Hi everyone, welcome to or back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Sammy and today I've got a few reading updates for you. So as of tonight, I am 78% into A Kingdom of Light and Air. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm hoping to finish it tonight and then I will post a review on Goodreads, Fable and Instagram, hopefully tonight. And also film the review. Hopefully it'll be in this video. I'm hoping. I have, however, got through some audiobooks. So firstly, I finished Storm Over Camelot by Sophie Keetch. That was the third book in the Morgan Le Fay trilogy, and I rated that 3 stars. I rated all the books in the trilogy 3 stars. It's a really good, decent listen. They are also free to listen to on Audible with your membership, so I thought that was really good. And yeah, decent read, decent listen. I definitely would recommend it if you are into history and Arthurian legend. Not my favourite, not anything mind-blowingly good, but it's still a decent listen. The next book that I listened to is also free on Audible. It's called Before Us by Jane E. James. In this story, we follow the lives of 2 women, Lucy and Rachel. Lucy has just moved in to Rachel's old house, and as the family are settling in, her daughter finds Rachel's secret diary in a piece of furniture, I believe, in the house as they bought it fully furnished. It was like a rush sale. So Lucy reads Rachel's diary and she soon figures out that the 2 women have very similar lives. They both have young children and their partners have both been cheating on them. Lucy then discovers that Rachel actually died in the house under suspicious circumstances and decides that she wants to try and figure out what happened. So she tracks down Rachel's husband and the lines start to blur slightly between the women's lives. Through Rachel's diary, we learn that Rachel believes her husband is trying to make everyone think she's crazy. He has gone so far as to take out a power of attorney on her, and he's also got her on illegally prescribed drugs. He is also having an affair with the housemaid. Now, I can't tell you much more about this story without giving away major spoilers. All I can say is that the lines between Lucy and Rachel's lives blur a lot, and it's twisty and turny, and it's absolutely it's so much fun to listen to. Now, I, full disclosure, only rated this 3 stars. I was going to rate it 4 stars, but the very last chapter kind of ruined it for me a little bit, and I knocked a whole star off the rating. It might sound a bit petty, but the ending just did not make any logical sense to me. Throughout the story, we are told and shown that Lucy is a very strong-headed, confident woman. Even though her husband has cheated on her, she has forgiven him for the sake of the kids. They're going through couples therapy and she really wanted to make it work. And things happen, and I understand that, but the last chapter, it just didn't sound like her. It didn't make any logical sense to me, and without giving too much away, she kind of just sounded like she'd given up a bit and had accepted the situation that she was in, which to me was a bit mind-boggling. It just didn't sound right or make any sense. It also kind of bugged me because it sounded like the epilogue of a book that was building up to a sequel. Now, after I listened to this, I did Google, and Jane E. James does not write sequels. So this is just a one-off story. And for me, it just felt very unfinished. The story felt very open-ended, and it just didn't have a fully conclusive ending. And for me, for this story, that is exactly what I wanted. I wanted a story ending, not a this could happen in the future, but you're not going to know because I'm not going to write a sequel. So overall, it was a little bit disappointing, but again, it is a free read from Audible with your membership, so I'd definitely recommend to give it a listen. Like I said, the main story is very twisty and turny, and it is really clever. It's just that last chapter just didn't work for me, unfortunately. The next audiobook I listened to was A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. Now, this is being advertised and promoted as a retelling of Dracula, and I can't see that myself. I didn't see any kind of comparison with Dracula by Bram Stoker. In this story, we follow a woman who, at the very beginning, she's a peasant woman. Her village has been attacked by raiders. Her family are dead, and she herself is dying, taking her last breaths. A man appears on the field, comes up to her, turns her into a vampire, and makes her his wife. We then follow her through her life. She gets used to being a vampire. She gets used to her role as this man's husband. I don't believe we ever find out his name. I might be wrong, but I'm sure they never say his name, apart from Sire or Lord. Now, the book does get quite dark quite quickly. The relationship between her and him becomes quite toxic. It becomes a bit difficult to listen to in places. There are trigger warnings to this book, so I would definitely look them up before diving in, because it does get quite dark. There are also some spicy scenes as well. I rated this 3.5 stars overall. I did think it was really good. It was a really good listen. It was a nice take on the vampire story as well. And I did like the ending. You also get a bonus story with the audiobook that I did enjoy, because it was like a nice little epilogue at the end. So yeah, 3.5 stars and definitely worth a listen. I then went on to listen to, and I actually finished it today, Freakslaw by Jane Flett. Now, this is all about a carnival that appears in a quiet Scottish town, and the members of it create trouble for the town, stir things up a little bit, keep people on their toes, and want to get revenge for a wrong that was done to their people a few centuries ago. This book gave me real American Horror Story. I think, is it Freak Show, where they do the circus? And yeah, it's really good. It's so interesting. You get lots of different POVs from different characters. All of the freaks get a say in it, and it's just so interesting, and it really does. It's actually quite deep in places. It makes you think a lot about how people who are seen as other are treated, and what that treatment can have a knock-on effect of. Now, again, with this one, there are some spicy scenes, and I do believe there are some themes in it that might upset people, so do check the trigger warnings for this one as well. I haven't decided quite what rating I'm going to give this one yet, as I haven't posted any reviews of it on social media just yet. If I had to decide right now, I'm thinking a 3.5. It was good, and it was interesting, and it was quite different. I don't think it would be one of my favourite reads, but it was definitely enjoyable, and I loved the style of writing. It was very whimsical and very psychedelic almost in parts. It really was like you were a person going to the carnival, the Freakslaw, to experience this thing and all the wackiness and the weirdness that went on. It was a really fun read. So yeah, 3.5 stars. I don't know if I'm being quite harsh with my ratings at the minute. I don't think I've given anything a solid 4 or 5 star rating for quite a while now. I think I'm being quite picky, but I don't know if that's a bad thing. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think anyway. So yeah, I'm going to wrap things up there, try and finish A Kingdom of Light and Air, try and do a few more content pieces, and yeah, try and get back to you on the review of A Kingdom of Light and Air for this video. So wish me luck. I have just finished A Kingdom of Light and Air, and oh my god, I need book 4 immediately. This book is just amazing. There are so many twists, there are so many heartbreaking moments. I feel for all of the characters so much. They're all going through so much. And yeah, 5 stars. Please, please go check this author out. J.F Johns. She is such an incredible writer. I would describe this series as a merge between ACOTAR, Throne of Glass, and Game of Thrones. So if that sounds like your thing, go and read it, because I have just finished book 3 and incredible, incredible book. I love it. 5 stars. Go and check it out. As it's nearly Christmas, I thought I'd show you the Bookmas range from the works, so let's have a look. So I just realised as I'm editing this video that I haven't done an outro. So I thought I'd just tell you what I'm reading at the moment. So as you saw in the previous clip, I've started Dead of Winter for the Books and Bakes Club on Fable. And I am listening to I Was a Teenage Slasher. So yeah, we'll see how they go, and I will see you in the next video.